Hey, what's up guys? I'm Coach Chris, and this is Coach Todd of Beyond Strength Performance Nova. And we're here today to talk about foot placement during the squat. We commonly get asked by our clients, where should my feet be whenever they're squatting? And well, that depends. It depends on their hip structure. It's going to especially depend on the width of which they're squatting. So if we're squatting really wide versus squatting really narrow. Okay? We're going to show you a quick tip today on how to figure this out that you can use right away, right now. Right now you can do it. You can stand up and do this. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Todd go ahead and take a wide stance and squat with his feet straight forward. Now, I'm going to have him go ahead and descend down and do a little bit of squat. Doesn't even need to be the whole way, just like quarter squat. And I want him to take his arm, and I want him to line it up on his thigh and look and see, does this angle of his arm line up with the angle of his foot? And it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. So what we want to do is from there, go ahead and turn that foot out and match the angle, right? And obviously we would do this on both sides. Good. And Todd really probably would not squat this wide, but if he was going to squat that wide, he would have a wider, he would have more of a turnout with his feet. Okay? Go ahead and narrow up that stance. If he squatted more narrow, what you'll see, same person, right? He's not going to be turned out as far. He's going to have to turn those feet in a little bit. So he can squat down, put the arm down the thigh. How do we look? Looks pretty good. And that's how we figure out where our feet should be. If he were to stand with his feet almost all the way together, this is where his feet would be almost straightforward. Sometimes we hear, you should squat with your feet completely straight ahead. Not true unless you're squatting really narrow like this, okay? So I'm going to have Todd grab a hold of the kettlebell. We're going to put it all together and see how this looks. So we're going to do what's called a goblet squat. Now, from a coaching perspective, I want to make sure I take an angle where I can check the angle of his thigh and the angle of his foot as he squats. Good. Everything looks pretty good there. And that is how we figure out where our feet should be when we squat.